Hey, what is up? It's Defect Mage here, bringing another gameplay commentary. This is a quick match, King of the Hill on the slab. I couldn't get any friends together and join in to do some ranked TDM, but and I have the worst luck in the world. I seem to run into stack teams, so I figured I was better off keeping my sanity and not losing my mind and getting the urge to smash my Xbox because I played a stacked team. So I decided to do some quick match, keep my sanity a little bit. What I wanted to talk about in this gameplay is, or in this commentary, is to continue where I left off in my previous video. I was talking about concerns with Judgement, in particular the weapon balance. Not so much the weapon balance in here, because I think I'd be beating a dead horse if I continue ranting about that or rambling. I wanted to talk about just really an overview. I mean, some of the changes in general with Judgement. I know not everybody, anybody that does come across this video, not everybody's gonna, keep up with every single thing about Judgement. Not everyone's gonna be on the Epic Game Forum. So, I guess I'll just do a quick little overview of all the changes that have been done, good and bad. I mean, that I feel are good and bad. To start off, some of the good ones. There is going to be no more frag grenade plants, or grenade plants in general. I mean, that's a good thing, because, no longer can some, jerk, plant a grenade and get an easy kill because someone just happens to stumble around the corner. There is, that idiot didn't earn that kill, I feel. That's just my opinion. And, I'm sure anybody comes across this video has been in that situation, where some idiot killed him because of that, and, it takes no skill. You didn't earn it, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's a good thing we won't see that in there. Now, when you get a grenade, I mean, yeah, it's cool for clutch moments, but, I mean, in general, overall, I just never cared for it. And, now, you pick up grenades, you gotta earn it. Earn something with those grenades. Get some kills. Not just planting something. Another thing, no ink stun. I mean, anybody that's ever played with me will tell you I tend to rage my hardest when someone inks me and stuns me, because you could argue that's my own stupid fault for not paying attention to the ink grenade, but I just think it's cheap. It's cheap and stupid at the same time, because what happens when you get inked. In comes the, that 1-2 punch. You get inked first, and then you either get rifled down or you get shotgunned. And it just seems so cheap that I have to worry about this one grenade, this one particular grenade that can really, just ruin your fucking outlook on a match, because some dirtbag is gonna go for the inks regularly. I don't mind grenades. It's fine. It's just lame that, I don't have to worry about, reacting to a frag or an incense as much as an ink grenade, because those two grenades, if somebody misses their mark, in particular with the incense, you're going to hear that, that flame explosion, and that's a pretty good indicator to get the fuck out of Dodge, because someone has incense. Frags, the only thing I worry about is the blast radius from the grenades. But with ink, I mean, I guess it's good that, you only get one at a time, but it's just lame that I just think it's very overpowered, and it's really a way to, in my opinion, similar to not with frags, but with plants, grenade plants, it can reward, players that really, I feel, didn't earn, what they just accomplished. So, I mean, that's a good thing, and it's, the ink is there, but it's mostly, I guess it has an increased, ink radius. It just flushes everyone out and does damage, which is cool. I think that's a cool thing for the ink grenade. It is a way to flush people out of, corners and such. And you could, you could make an argument, in something like King of the Hill, it would be a pretty useful and incredibly good tool to have, because, how often, in a TDM or a King of the Hill match where a team will set up shop somewhere and you need a power weapon to flush them out of that key area to gain control of the map and help your team out. And yeah, you could do that with frags, you can do that with ensigns and other power weapons, but ink apparently is going to have a much larger radius, so that'll be interesting to see what happens there, and I think it's a nice change to have. Overrun, not necessarily a weapon change, obviously, but I mean, I'm just talking about changes in general, and with Overrun, we're going to see basically a class-based system, where you will have the option to play as either the Cog, which is a defensive team, or you play as the Locust, where you are trying to overrun the Cog, thus the name Overrun. And it fits with, I guess, the general theme of Judgment, where Judgment is taking place, I believe, 30 days after E-Day, and the Locusts are overrunning the surface, and they're attacking humans, trying to kill them all. And so it, goes along with the game real well. I mean, I think from time to time, with every game franchise, with each installment of a game in a particular franchise, such as Gears of War, it's nice to have something that will possibly revolutionize, the way that game is played, or, why people buy it. And, I think back to Horde mode in Gears 2, and of course you have it here in Gears 3, but, used to, bear in mind, I've never played Gears 1 and 2, I wasn't around for those two, I was here for Gears 3 mostly. You now have people that are what you call Horde players, that's what they play this game for. They just think it's entertaining. I don't, I'm not a Horde player, I don't think it's all that entertaining, but, you gave something to everyone there. You had people that bought it, Gears 2, because of the Versus multiplayer, and then you had people buying it for Horde members. So that was a nice little thing to run. Had a little something for everyone. In Judgment, we're going to see a combination of basically Horde versus Beast mode. And, that was something I know some people were really wanting when Gears 3 first came out. Why didn't we have a Horde versus Beast? And I think the reasoning was Epic couldn't get it right or something. So, now we're getting something like that for Judgment, and I think it'll be a pretty unique little game mode. It's really one of the few reasons I'm willing to actually buy Judgment when it's released, rather than sit back and wait and see what happens, because I think overall it might be very good. We'll see. It's hard to say. Who knows? It might be dreadfully horrible and see me make a video railing against Judgment. Another thing that has changed: no stopping power. That, me as a shotgun player, that is music to my fucking ears. I love hearing that there will be no stopping power. It's a small consolation, but I'll get to the bad changes, which is a perfect little segue to the bad things in here. I feel like the core elements that made Gears unique, and what really drew me, and I'm sure it drew others to Gears of War. For instance, there is going to be, going by, the free-for-all videos we've seen, there is more of a focus, it seems, or at least it's more rewarding, it seems, to use a rifle in the game. Going by, the free-for-all gameplay demos we've seen, it just seems like it's far more easier to get a kill with a rifle now. So, I mean, it's a small, like I was just talking about, it's a small consolation. No DBNO, or not no DBNO, but no stopping power, but, the rifles are, on steroids, and they still mess shit up. And they seem to do it much more efficiently. So, you seem, you're taking away, what I'm getting at here is, for me as someone, whose first introduction to Gears was Gears 3, what I loved about Gears 3 was those moments where you had shotgun battles, and it was fast-paced, adrenaline rush, basically, playing it, because it was like something you didn't see in any other game. You had to, hit your shots just perfect if you wanted to survive a gunfight. And it just seems like you're not going to get that as much in Judgment. Not saying you're not going to see shotgun fights, but it just seems like there's going to be more of a focus on rifles, and it's going to, the rifle users are going to be more rewarded. Another little segue, so to speak, to another of one of the bad changes that I feel could be bad. And who knows, it might be good. Who knows? But the one primary weapon loadout, In previous Gear games, you had a choice between the rifle of your choosing and the shotgun of your choosing. Now, you have to pick either a rifle or a shotgun, and you get your pistol. But you have to pick rifle or shotgun. You have to make that choice. And I feel like I just feel like this is potentially really going to be annoying because, as I was just talking about how the rifles seem to be far more powerful, you're now talking about Nashers, being really limited. And another thing, Nashers are going to have an 8-shot capacity. So, you now have to decide, do you want to be a short-range shotgun player, or do you and try to pick people off and pick up a secondary primary? I'm going to be one of these stubborn guys that will, even if it's only got 8 shots, I'm probably going to use the Nasher regardless. But I know the argument from Epic is, well, now you can play the way you want. I kind of got to call bullcrap on that, or BS, because you could play the way you want. You had more flexibility, and with this, if you get cornered, if you get into a situation where you're getting crossed, you have no way to return fire because you have a Nasher. Yeah, you have a pistol, but a rifle's going to win a gunfight against a pistol. Just how it is. And, that's just the thing I'm thinking of. I just think it takes away some flexibility some of us, are used to having in Gears. Another thing, I gotta make this quick because I'm running out of time. Another thing, no more clutch moments. TDM is gone, as we know it, so to speak. There is none of that, last man out. There ain't gonna be no more clutch moments. It's more akin to Halo 4, what you see in Infinity Slayer, where you just keep on respawning and you basically race to a certain destination, in this case points, to determine who wins the match. But that's what you're going to see in TDM. King of the Hill is gone as we know it. Its sole successor is Domination. It's very similar to what's in the Call of Duty franchise. So I don't know much about Call of Duty. I don't even care for that game series. I just don't have no interest. I'm going to go ahead and cut this short because I'm running out of time, unfortunately. I'll catch you guys later. Stay frosty. Quick little update. I might have another random clips. I'm not too sure when it'll be out, but hopefully I'll have it out within next week. Next week. Yeah, next week's pretty safe. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.